Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Scorpio. How you doing? Thanks so much for showing up here. Look, we've got one oracle deck that we're using this week. It's the Voice of Souls Oracle. I'm going to pull a couple of cards here and we are going to clarify those. Thanks for stopping in here, Scorpio, whether you've been here before or not. If you have been, I appreciate you coming back. And if you've never been here before, I hope you'll decide to stay. This reading is for the week ahead, as it always is. I like to read for the week ahead. So whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it could resonate with you. Let's find out what's going on. It's not going to resonate for everybody today, that's for sure. We're not all doing the same thing today. Tell me what's going on for Scorpio, my psychic friends. We've got communication. Okay, so communication card is number 10. 10 is the beginning of something because it breaks down to a 1. It's the beginning of a new cycle. I feel like there's communication coming in on a new cycle, or that is going to cause a new cycle. It's going to teach you something. You're going to be learning something that is going to, I feel, bring you to a stable place or give you stability. We've got the card of anger on the deck at the bottom of the deck, and that is the future energy for me. So I feel like this communication, you're going to learn something here that is going to make you feel rather stable, whereas I feel like maybe whatever you're learning about that gives you the stability, I feel like it's something you may have been angry about previously. It feels like maybe someone had hurt you. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's get some tarot on it and find out what's going on. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio, please. Tell me what this communication is. This communication is something that is going to open a new door, open a new cycle. Feels like you don't see it coming because her back is to the learning, right? Her back is to this learning here. I feel like you're busy focusing on yourself at this time. This person is sitting here in meditation. So as the communication comes in, it feels a little bit disruptive to me. Tell me about communication. We've got the 7 of Swords. Ooh, disruption. There we go, the Tower. I just said it feels like a little bit disruptive, right? Tell me more. Got the Ace of Wands. It does feel like here, Scorpio, that there is something going on here that you're not expecting. So it feels like this communication is kind of going to shock you. It feels like you're not expecting it, and not just that you're not expecting it, but possibly it's from somebody who I feel like there's been silence with. And it feels like there's been silence with them because maybe this is someone that you don't necessarily trust. This is someone who I feel there's been a tense situation with. Maybe a fiery, tense situation. I'm looking at the 7 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So it feels like with the Tower energy here that this does come in to disrupt your peace. And shows up quickly, aggressively, with some fiery energy, and demands that you move onto a new path of action. It feels like it's something that's going to cause you to take action here. You go from this 7 of Swords, where I was minding my own business. It does feel like it is disruptive because I feel like it is about somebody, possibly, that you don't trust. Tell me about this here. We've got the 3 of Cups, we've got the 2 of Cups, and we've got the 10 of Swords. Okay, well that tells a little bit of a story, doesn't it? 2 of Cups is emotional energy, and we do have the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups tells me that this might be somebody that possibly you have dated before, but something here, there's definitely been an ending between you and this person. I think this person is probably and likely coming back to disrupt things. It feels like I don't think that they're showing up in order to disrupt. I feel like they are disrupting things by showing up. So it feels like this 10 of Swords tells me, you know, the 10 of Swords and 7 of Swords here are the most intense swords energies for me. And so it feels like that there is, as soon as this shocking communication shows up, it immediately puts you in this place of the 10 of Swords. Like, why are you contacting me? I thought we weren't going to contact each other anymore. It feels like this person is someone who betrayed you in love, possibly. 2 of Cups and 10 of Swords. This is a person who has betrayed you. It feels like this person maybe dragged you into a third party without you knowing about it. They, I think, are somebody who goes out a lot, meets people out a lot, and it does feel like that's what led to this possible energy of them, something coming to a terrible and hurtful end for you. It does feel like this person, like they're going to show up, you're getting the communication, and it feels like this person is someone that can't be trusted. I'm just going to say, we do have the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups, which is 5. You know, I like to add my cups, right? All of the signs, actually. And it does feel like that this is somebody who's showing up again with regret. Regret of the betrayal, regret of hurting you, the pain I feel that you felt is something that they are feeling. They could be the person who is in the midst of a tower at this time, and it feels like the only thing that they know how to do to take action is to speak to you about it. I think they come searching for healing is what it is. They come searching for healing, hoping that you will give them guidance. We do have the North Star here. So hoping that you will give them guidance, and I don't know how you're going to feel about that. You're going to learn something, I feel, in this situation. It feels like this is like a situation that is supposed to teach you something. So I'm going to say that, you know, whether you're taking them back or whether you're not, whatever the drama is that's going on here, I don't think that's the purpose of this reading. I think that the purpose of this reading is this is going to teach you something. Are you going to just turn this person away and say, get the heck out of my life, or are you going to learn from the situation? And that does not mean that you should let them back in. I feel like it means that you should look at the situation for what it is and learn from it. I feel like you probably won't let this person back into your life, but I feel like it's really important to look at, like this person could be showing up because maybe you were really suffering, not knowing why all of this went down. Maybe you don't have any answers, and maybe this person is being sent back by the universe so they can give you some closure of some sort. It feels like this person is in regret about how they acted towards you, the actions that they took, and they know that you don't trust them. That might be why they just show up, either on your phone, making a phone call, a text, or at your door if they know where you live. What are we learning here? We've got the 7 of Cups. We're learning emotional intelligence is what it feels like here. It feels like this lesson is an emotional intelligence. So I feel like this person, you don't trust them, but I also feel like maybe you get a little bit fiery when they're around. I feel like they aggravate you. They make you angry, it feels like. And so you're in this energy of, you got a lot of bloody nerves showing up. Like that's kind of the energy. But I really do feel like this is telling me here that what the lesson is emotional intelligence, which is interesting because, you know, King of Cups, that is Scorpio energy. And the Scorpio energy of the King of Cups is all about being emotionally intelligent. And so emotional intelligence, what is that, right? That's like not losing your crap when a situation arises that breaks into your day, possibly ruins your meditation, breaks into your day, causes a shocking shift of energy, and that this energy is telling me to tell you to stay stable because you don't really know what the situation is at this point. Now, the 7 of Cups is here, which is overwhelming emotion. So I already feel that your emotions are gurgling to the surface. I think that this is a lesson. What it's trying to teach you is stability, card number 4. It's trying to teach you about stability of your emotions because you have very deep emotions. You feel some type of way about this, right? But I feel like this person is pulled back into your life or sent back into your life to see if you've learned the lesson of emotional intelligence, which is instead of losing your crap everywhere, yelling, screaming, jumping up and down, telling the person who they are and what they are, then maybe you just say no, or you just don't answer the text, or you just see them coming and don't answer the door. It feels like this is a lesson in getting stable, realizing that you're abundant and that you have been abundant in your life without this person. It feels like your life is happy, stable, that you're growing, you're in a growth period. The moon energy here with the 7 of Cups is telling me that I feel like all this really deep emotional energy is about to go everywhere because the 7 of Cups is about emotional. It's like it's going to take you off track or sidetrack you. And so I think that the moon is like, look, things aren't as they seem. This situation isn't as it seems. To me, it feels like that the last time you spoke with this person that you were probably quite angry, and now the universe is bringing this person back to teach you a lesson, and that lesson is just let it be. And if they do show up in your phone or show up at your door or whatever way they might show up for you, then I feel like this is a lesson in you staying calm, grounded, solid while you're in this overwhelming emotional processing mode here. I feel like you're supposed to try and keep your feelings under the surface, Pisces and Cancer, and go with your intuition. We've got the Four of Swords. Again, we've got fours here. We've got the Nine of Cups. Yeah, and the Nine of Swords. Look, I feel like, Scorpio, that this is a lesson to teach you, look, don't let people take you out of your character. If you are in the Ten of Pentacles and you are in the Nine of Cups, and there's no reason why you have to let someone take you out of your character. You can just ignore them, essentially. You can go back into your meditation and ignore the communication. It feels like this Four of Swords and Nine of Cups and with the Seven of Cups is telling me that this is the test here. The test is that you need to learn to keep your emotions stable, and that really is emotional intelligence. It's not losing your crap everywhere when this person shows up to aggravate you with the Ace of Wands. It's about keeping your energy stable and realizing, look, like grounding yourself and reminding yourself, look, I'm in the Nine of Cups. My life is good. I'm very abundant. I'm very stable and sturdy. I'm healthy. I've got nothing to worry about. I got nothing to worry about with the Nine of Swords here. I can release my worry because I'm in a happy and stable state in my emotions. So I feel like this is a lesson that you're learning. Now, I don't know who this person is here, but I feel like they really get your goat. I'm just going to say that just the very thought of them or the sight of them is something that could just send you spinning. It feels like you really don't like this person at all. Tell me who this person is. Tell me what else we're going to talk about as we move into the extended energy here. We're going to go into the extended and look in the pinned comment if you would like to know how to get into the membership area and see the extended. It is in the pinned comment right above this comment section, right below the video. And there's also information there about booking a private reading if you'd like to. I've added a couple of different things to the packages, ones that are a little bit less expensive if you just need one quick question done. So I'm doing live readings and pre-recorded readings there. You can also now see me on on TikTok. That's where I am. All right, here we go. We've got the Seven of Wands, we got the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups. So the Three of Wands in the reverse is, I don't see a future with you. I don't see a future with you here. And quite honestly, I've got my boundaries up with the Seven of Wands. It's like you are standing up for yourself, but you've chosen to stand up for yourself in a way that you've maybe never stood up for yourself before. And maybe before you might tear them apart with your words, Scorpio, but this time you've decided to just keep it all under the surface. And I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying, I feel like this is a test. I feel like you're trying to become emotionally intelligent, and this is going to be a test to tell you if you are or not. Because I feel like you've already disengaged or disconnected from this person, and you aren't expecting their communication because the Tower is here, and the Ace of Wands is here, somebody that you don't see a future with and that you've put up a lot of boundaries with. And I feel like this learning is how to be stable in a storm, and that is who the King of Cups is. So you're becoming the King of Cups. And I feel like possibly before, yes, anger and reproach. So you would tell this person all of the things that they did that were wrong and the way that they should have done them, and that you're disappointed in them. And I feel like this is the way you used to treat the situation because you were angry. I think that you let your anger get away with you. And I feel like it's time to let that go. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mind. I'm going to put down one more card here. And then we're going to go into the extended. And we're going to talk about this because we're going to talk about the Tower moment, what the communication is, who it's from, why you don't trust them, and what they did that was so bad. Then you'll know who we're talking about. So it is somebody who did betray you in love, it feels like here. And they betrayed you through possibly a third-party connection or someone that they met out socially. And it feels like you're really struggling maybe not struggling, but it feels like you are really trying to learn about how to be emotionally intelligent and not be triggered by this person showing up with this Tower energy. We've got the Justice card. I love it because it is something that is being restored or bringing balance. It feels like you're being asked with the Justice card to bring balance to the situation and balance to your overwhelming emotions. One more card. And we do have the Empress. So somebody here, whether you're feminine or masculine, I feel like you are somebody who is now on a completely different vibrational level than when you knew this person. You now do have boundaries. In fact, the Empress does. Empress doesn't need anybody. And I feel like that's essentially the energy that you have about this person. Look, I don't even have to answer you. I've got my power. I'm pulling my power back to me. And the power is that the power is in your communication. And if you give them nothing, silence is also an answer. So the Empress is the person who would deal with people in silence, deal with people in an emotionally intelligent way rather than ripping them a new one. And I feel like this is something that you are learning. It feels like if you are the person who is already the Empress, you already know this. This might be the test of, yes, you've been telling me, Scorpio, that you are emotionally intelligent. Well, here comes your test. Here it is. That's what it feels like here. Bottom of the deck, we have a Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is part of the Empress energy, and it does feel like rather than dealing with them harshly or in an angry space, I feel like this meditation that you've been doing is going to cause you to possibly deal with this person, if you deal with them at all, in a very compassionate and kind way, and just say, look, I don't really have any room for you. I'm in a different level of my life now, and my life is very balanced. There's no room for you here. We're going to go into the extended. We will talk about the learning process and whether where you are in the learning process. And for those of you who are still getting angry, we can talk about that as well, about how to get rid of the anger and move into this emotional intelligent space. Because I'm telling you, it's going to stress is the killer, and it's going to save your mind. It's going to save your body. It's going to just make you feel all around better if you can stay in this meditative energy. I'm going to go into the extended. If you'd like to be there, that's where I'll be. If this is where we part, then that's okay. But we will see each other later, of course, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.